And it was oceans in the gula. The Inyan, part number two, my shior, because I forgot to say a couple of important stuff looking at afterwards. So the whole Inyan of, Gula Shem Zemitis, talking about Pashas Lech Lecha. Oh, it tends to be all the 10 lands. Hashem's giving us an inheritance, the 7 lands, and 7 emotion midot. The Pnim is Yafir Chutz, Pnim, Chutz, Chulu, Yon, the Tachtoina. And the Gaulish is first. The Gaulish is working on the 7 emotional midot, which is the Kenan midot shelana and we do this through Torah mitzvahs, which automatically, maybe there's another sikha, if Torah doesn't mashpia on a person to be a better person, not learning Torah, this is what Torah does. Even the point where mashpia years ago would say, what's more important, tefillah or Torah? He would say Torah. Torah is mashpia ben adam, would change the person, bring the person to tefillot, and this is why in Chabad they do the minyan at 10, that to pray with an open heart and with fire, to work in itself before we even come to tefillot. Even the point where some of the tzaddikim, some of the Bavitcher Rebbes, or all of the Bavitcher Rebbes, would give tzedakah before they would pray, because you can't come close to kuchabichu, like it says in Ma'im of after lechamoch, if you're ba'mum, meaning if you don't love one another like you love yourself, you can't come close to Kuchabichu. When you have Avos Yisrael, now you can come to Kuchabichu, and you tzedakah, you kefafke, Yud is the coin, the hand is 5, the arm is the vav, and the other person has Yud, you kefafke, dibit tachtoina, chulu. Now you can give karbanos to Kuchabichu, which is your tefillot, chulu, and now it'll be actual karbanos of the Gulish Mitis. So all the Gulish Mitis is the Moichin, Chachma bin Das, 3, and the 3 spirit of the Moichin, chulu. And the Rebbe says exactly how to do this, which is interesting. The Rebbe is basically giving over how to bring the Gula Shlem with the Mitis. And what does the Rebbe say? We bring the Gula Shlem with the Mitis by, just like Coop says. He said, I know what I'm talking about. It says, Farby party after party, VIP exclusivity, Behidu, the chef, Simcham, to live off Kiada Mel, the Farby, the Rebbe was with, with wine, Kosh Shibos, and read Kola Bach the Tachtoin. Was bring Mam read Kola Bach the Tachtoin. Vadud is based on Midrash Shlishi, which you already know. The bracha is not only to Am Yisrael, to all the beautiful which is placed in the base of Midrash for the brachas of the angels. Am Yisrael before the angels, is close to Kodesh Kodashim, and the Kohen going and beseeching behalf of all Am Yisrael in the Kodesh Kodashim, to read the Shef and bracha, the Kol Am Yisrael, Thus is the Inyan. So you have the wine, the libations, and the mizbeach. From the urn kodesh to the bima in 772, the roof. Someone did the measurements. The measurements mizbeach chulu. The nigunim are the shirim and the leviim chulu. And like I said in the previous shirim, the Rebbe says in one of his sichos, the Rebbe in Yechidut is kodesh kadashim chulu. Doesn't say where the Shina is between Moich and the Moish chulu, Toiras, Moich is Toira. So the Rebbe comes to how do we bring the Gulish Mamashach Shab? By when we do it, Vadud, it's by Farby party after party via exclusivity, but the Mother Shef and when we bring Chidushim, and when we sit lovingly together and care about one another and having Tov Yisrael to one another. And we have the rabbi, whoever's doing the Farby, who sits and blabbers for now, and everybody has to listen to him. So that's one thing. Sometimes you give the Talmid Chacham to give over, so to understand what we can discuss. But then you have after that is that we all sit and discuss it together. And sometimes we can discuss during it, depending on who's giving over the Farby, chulu. But the whole point is that we sit and discuss with one another, where each and every single one of them are able to discuss the ideas that the one who's giving the Farby over is able to discuss and bring chidushim. As Rebbe talks about, when we sit and the more Torah we learn, not only to bring brachas, because Torah is zahav, you did zahav before zahav before nechoishes and the other silver. Why is it called Yehudi zahav? And what's zahav? Zahav is Torah. When you open up in Torah, the more Torah you learn, the more pnimis Torah you learn. So the more it reflects betachtoinu yashirut zahav that every Jew is bechitzon is chulu, and that's the inyan. Because the Rebbe is specifically bringing how to bring the Gula Shlema to Mitis, and we know in reading in that everything happens that the Tachtoin, and that just reading the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon was stating that 12 when a Jew wakes up at 12 at night, the hours of Kuchabrichu 12:30. So Kuchabrichu and all the angels want to hear the Jews tefillot chulu. So the inyan, that all the angels in Kuchabrichu sit and wait for a Jew to say Chidush in Torah. Torah is one with Kuchabrichu. It's the inyan of Dir B'Tatam bring Kuchabrichu Tachtoin, because Torah is mamash one with Kuchabrichu, and this is the inyan of Achil mamash. Mamash, the oneness that we are one with Kuchabrichu, and this is the inyan of Gula Shlema the Amitis. Party, after party, VIP exclusivity, behidden mood of Shefsim Shalom to live up. Das inyan, versteist inyan, may God bless. Kol Baruch LeKol Am Yisrael, Meven LeKol Am Yisrael, Meven Kenyo Tzon Omen Netzitz Levet. Yichya Melech Makot, Queens, peace and love, and peace. L'chaim b'divach v'lev, we all have a soft heart. Love one another. We have brit alev, and Gula Shlema is mitzvah as well. And Gula da Moach, the Mitzrayim, the Moach, it's Mitzrayim from us, where we can love one another and stop with the Shtiyot, with the Eitz Shit, and fuck all the Shtiyot, we fuck the Shtiyot, the Shtus L'Kedush, like Penny was the Shtus L'Kedush, and the Eitz Shit with the base of Mikdash was the Eitz Shit in the base of Mikdash, and everything for call the Kedush now, call the Kuchabrichu, chulu. This is what obviously sort of bring everybody close, like Avraham Avinu. The whole inyan, there was one more inyan. What is it? We see this with Lot. The Filu Rosh Gamor. This Lot was Rosh Gamor. Who there's there's why he chose to go to Sodom and Gomorrah. Why he chose to go. We see within the fights between the herdsman of today's chit, the fight between the herdsman, Lot and Avram, chulu. But because Avraham Avinu was self-sacrifice even to a Russia, so we say in Yom Kippur, Sicha Kuchabrichu, that he give us a head to the Palel Mavayonim. I always say, I have one big Knesset over here is like a big Knesset of Vayonim. I said, we need to go to this big Knesset because the Rebbe created Aleph, whatever. If I care to have Vayonim, whatever. So the whole point is because he was Mesiris Nefesh for Vayan, we chose to go to Sodom, and Sodom was Rashim Ein Sof, that they were so damn evil, chulu. And because he was self-sacrificed, the first shliach, he brought even Roshaim into his own home. In that case, when Avraham Avinu went to Lot in Sodom, Lot wanted to do Achnasis Orchim because he had Ashpa'ah. Even though Lot was a Russia, Avraham Avinu was able to mashpir because he respected him. He was able to afach the choshech leor, and this Dinyan Gula Shlema mitzvah as well. That all of Hashem's creations come to serve Hashem as well, whether Russia or Tzaddik or Beinani. We're all here to serve Hashem as well. Chulu. And that the whole Inyan. This is done with far big parties after parties, VIP exclusivity. Das Dinyan, versteist Dinyan. We all love one another like Hashem loves us. L'chaim Eliva Chav Levacha. Ochadam Echadam Shakon Nevaho. May God bless. Mashiach here now. May God bless. Amen.